before you even jack up the car, do not forget when you're doing your brakes to loosen up all these lug nuts. That way the tire's nice and secure. You have a little bit of resistance there to make sure they're all loose. So first step. And don't forget to do the other side. I do them both at the same time, just a little bit faster. Just one step you won't have to do. And just remember, I am not a professional mechanic. I just like doing things myself. So make sure you do your research and do whatever is needed for your specific vehicle. Jack up your wheel. I'm on a little bit of a hill. Have a block back there. Once the wheel is loose, or up high enough, you put a jack stand underneath, and that's when you can remove the bolts all the way. Step, all these are loose. Use the air gun or do it really quick. Use some tire iron to loosen all of the lug nuts. Alright, and these two right here are the only ones you should have to loosen up. And I'm using today, I am using a 9/16. Loosen both of those up real quick. Go. It's really quick, and that will remove the caliper so you can get to your brakes. You don't have to. These brakes look pretty good. You don't have to remove both. Sometimes I like to leave one or the other so that you don't have to have it dangling. There we go. Alright, just remove both and set it somewhere where it's not dangling too much. These brakes look pretty dang good. All you do is remove these springs. Alright guys, so I'm changing the brakes on the wife's car. Just went and got them. Took off the back bolts here. So on this one, the back side, these bolts right here, there's two of them, is 9/16. Remove this one and this one. I removed this, just loosen this one so I can tilt it, because I don't like hanging it by wires. A quick way that I like to do it is I like to just use a pair of channel locks, put the old brake pad in there to depress the caliper. It's a single caliper. This is how I do it. I also have kind of just squeeze it. I also have a C-clamp. If this doesn't work, sometimes it doesn't. Like right now, that's kind of hard. So what I'm going to do is go grab the C-clamp and go with that. Okay, so I just put the brake pad in. I went and got a C-clamp. It's a little bit easier. I put the old brake pad there just to kind of do it evenly. There's tools you could buy as well, but this is how I do it, nice and flush and flat. Once it's all flat and flush, go ahead and pull it back off and pull it out. It's pretty quick and easy. Next thing I do is I like to replace these guys right here to the new ones, which I have right here. So I stick those back on right there, make sure they lock into place. These little tabs here, you can bend those down right there, keep them from sliding around. And the top one right here, same thing. Grab one and stick it back up there. Once those are on, this brake job is a super quick thing to do. I'm gonna bend this up just a little bit more so it gets underneath there. There we go. There we go, nice and clipped up. Once you get that part in, you just kind of clip it in, grab your brake pads, and I like to put this kind of notifies you, makes a noise when it's out. I like to put that on the back side, just so I can kind of not see that from the front. Slides in like that. And you have one without it. Put it in, make sure it's slid in, nice and tight fit. And then you're gonna slide this forward and then slide this part in. That drops down just like that. It takes literally, after you jack up the car, it probably takes you maybe 15 minutes, if that, maybe 5 to 10 minutes per side. Saves you a lot of money. Again, I'm not a professional mechanic. I just kind of do my own mechanic work, so definitely do your research, but this is how I like to do it. Make sure these are nice and tightened down. That one is pretty tight because I didn't really loosen it that much. Tighten it down. The brake will slide, so make sure you pump the brakes before you start driving, because I pushed them down quite a bit. And that is on and ready to go. And I just noticed, but don't forget to put these guys in right here. These guys will keep the brakes from rubbing. Put one and put the other. I have these Meta sunglasses in, so kind of hard to see, but there's one. Bring it up. The other hole should be right around the same spot. There it is. Now it pushes the brakes back out. Now you're going to drop it, push this in, grab the bolt. Only took a few seconds. Whole job. This takes a couple seconds here to do the whole thing. There we go. Nice and tight. This bolt I didn't even loosen actually. It's still, yeah, I can't even move it. It's still super tight. I just did the lower one bolt, and taking off the tire. And that's about it. So quick, easy job. Again, not a professional. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck on your project. Please like and follow.